Welcome to the InfoMullet YouTube channel. If you enjoy this content, please like or share. And if you'd like to support the InfoMullet by becoming a mulleteer, visit us on Patreon. We appreciate your support. Britain leaves the European Union. What is the best way forward with Brexit? So there's a little history on this question, in that in 2019, one of my most famous forecasts that was totally contrarian is, remember in 2019, it was actually in 2018, December 2018, New Year's Eve, someone asked me what I thought would happen with Brexit. And I said, you know what? I look at the United Kingdom and it's got this weird system pattern that I've almost never seen before, where normally the institutional structures you have in a government drive solutions to a solution space, or drive consensus to a solution space wherein you find a solution. Think about Y2K, right? Everyone was panicked about Y2K, but all the order and structure of the system drove everyone to eventually get their act together and get Y2K. With Brexit, I made a forecast in 2018 that they would not come. The solution that they needed for Brexit existed outside the current system as configured in the United Kingdom. And what's astonishing to me is this forecast has held true, not just through 2019, but through all of 2020. We are right now literally 14, 15 days away from a hard Brexit, where they still don't have an agreement of how to leave the European Union cleanly. Now, there's been some developments. There was supposed to be a hard deadline on Sunday, and they blew through past. They think they've got most of the big issues worked out. One of the ones I mentioned here in the forecast is I thought that they should adopt some, if they were going to do it, I'm not a big Brexit fan, just for full transparency, I'm not a fan, but if you're going to do it, use some smart things like the new protocol solution for the UK-Ireland border. Worst case is a hard Brexit. And in the last couple of weeks, they have made some of these changes. Let me go to the map and we'll zoom. Hopefully people aren't getting motion sick with this map move. I don't know. Okay. Let me zoom. Here we go. Close that down. All right. So when we're talking United, right? Brexit, United Kingdom, right? See the map? See how useful the map is? Europe. Up here, Sweden, not doing well with COVID. I had to get that in. Anyway, so United Kingdom. One of the big problems with a hard Brexit is deals with Northern Ireland here. And the border, Ireland is part of the European Union. Northern Ireland is part of the European Kingdom, right? For the United Kingdom. For the rest of the United Kingdom, having a customs border exchange, well, it's all coastline and it's the channel, right? So you can kind of put that in place. But when you have a land border that is used to being very open, and all of a sudden you now have a customs stop where you've got to display passport, declare your fruits, you know, and stuff like that. That's hard. Worse is that this is one of the most violent areas in Europe, precisely on this border, because of the division and the tensions and the things between Northern Ireland and Ireland. So there was a lot of concern that trying to put up a hard border on this line would just exacerbate tensions and draw a lot of terrorist activity from the new IRA and the real IRA, which is offshoots of the Irish Republican Army. They're splinter groups that are much more violent. And what has happened is in the last couple of weeks, the SMART protocol, or the new protocol, is what I call a SMART policy. They actually declared that the border with Northern Ireland's border with Europe is somewhere in this water between Northern Ireland and United Kingdom. They basically said, look, borders are a legal fiction anyway, so we're going to move ours a little to the east. We're going to put it in the middle of the water. And effectively, even though Northern Ireland is part of the United Kingdom, its border with the European Union exists in the water, and that means that Northern Ireland can trade freely with Ireland. There's not going to be a hard border. This was put in place, and there's a provision now, a new protocol agreement, that this will be in place even with a hard Brexit. So this has been solved, knock on wood. To the best of my knowledge, it has been solved. There's still a lot of untrust and uncertainty and just chaos, because this is all happening at the very last minute. You don't just create a border system in 2 weeks. So there's still potential for a lot of concern. Right now, though, what the big holdup of for negotiations for the overall Brexit is on fishing rights in the North Sea, which you wouldn't think would be the holdup for a major thing, but it's important for a lot of these countries in the North. Is where are the fishing rights here? And they're kind of running out of time. So the forecast was right, that if they were going to do it, they should do it with this new protocol border. But the contingency that the worst case is there's still a hard Brexit, that's still a valid contingency over 2 years from when I originally made that forecast. And I didn't think that forecast had any legs on it, because it was such an outlier that the government wouldn't be able to get its act together but we've seen the UK struggle with this and with the European Union in the negotiations. They just haven't been able to get it together and make the deal that they ratified in an earlier agreement. Thanks for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you'd like to follow the InfoMullet, visit us on Facebook or Twitter. And if you'd like notifications when we post new video content, click on the red subscribe button below the video. If you've ever wanted to become a mulleteer and support the InfoMullet, visit us on Patreon. We appreciate the support.